on a listing appointment the other day talking to an older couple who wanted to sell their home. They were quite interested in hearing about our current seller's market and the potential to weed out certain buyers, namely VA buyers, which got me to thinking, why would sellers want to eliminate VA home buyers? And I realized that there's some misconceptions about the VA home buying process. So if you're a homeowner who is thinking of selling your home in the near future, I'm going to break down some misconceptions to help you tap into the military market and increase your options for selling your home. And I'm going to be doing that right now. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jody Cordell, the Savvy Agent with Spence Properties right here in Crestview, Florida. If this is your first time here, be sure to click that subscribe button down in the corner. And don't forget to click the bell so you get a notification every time I put out a new video. I publish a new video every Wednesday, so be sure to join us back here next week for more awesome content. So let's talk about some myths that might be floating around about VA home buyers. Sellers tend to not want to accept VA home buyers' offers because they feel that there are too many restrictions, but that's just not the case. Do all homes meet the VA requirements? Well, no. But let's talk about what that means. Overall, the VA just wants to ensure that the home the military member is purchasing is safe, sound, and sanitary. So they have minimum property requirements that the home must meet in order to qualify for VA lending. First of all, the home must be a residence. Commercial property is not allowed. Also, it must be on a permanent foundation. That means that boats and RVs don't qualify. It also means that mobile homes and manufactured homes, in order to be eligible, must have the axles removed and they must be attached to a permanent foundation, meaning you can't drive them away. Some lenders will finance a mobile or manufactured home, but not all of them. So it's up to you, if you're the buyer, to do your homework to find a lender who will work with you on one of those. The home must be move-in ready. Everything must be working as intended in the home, including the electrical systems, the HVAC, plumbing. All of these things should have a reasonable amount of life left in them as well. It must have a working stove inside and it can't have broken windows. Basically, the house must be a safe and secure environment and not easily broken into. Next, let's talk about the roof. The VA appraiser will check for leaks, loose shingles, or any other visible issues. The roof must have at least 5 years of life left in it in order for the VA to pass it. So if your roof is on its last legs and needs to be replaced, it won't qualify. However, either the seller or the buyer or both together can agree to replace the roof and take on that expense in order to get the home to qualify. Lastly, the VA will not pass a home with wood damage from any pests like termites, but also wood rot from moisture. So if you have any areas in the home where moisture is an issue, you might want to get that fixed before you list your home. VA home buyers must get the home inspected by a pest inspector and it must have a clear report. The home's foundation must be sound with no structural damage. Concrete slabs have a long life, but some older homes may have elevated foundations which can show damage after a while. Also, if you live in an area with a lot of sloping, as we do here in Crestview, the VA is going to double check to make sure the home is properly graded to avoid pooling around the foundation areas of the home. Now, let's address condos. In our area, condos are very popular, but not all condos qualify for VA lending. There's a page on the va.gov site that you can type in the condo community that you're looking into to see if it qualifies. If it doesn't, there's a process that you can go through, but you should check with your condo community first to see if it's already been attempted. I'll leave the link to that site in the description underneath this video. Lastly, let's discuss the myth that sellers have to pay for VA buyers' closing costs. The truth is, there are a couple of fees that the VA home buyer is not allowed to pay, but that does not necessarily mean that the seller must pay them. Most buyers know they will have to bring some money to the closing table. And there are plenty of programs available to assist home buyers with down payment and closing costs, especially here in Florida, where we now have the Salute Our Soldiers program specifically for this purpose. Yes, home buyers will ask for closing costs to be paid by the sellers, but that's no different from any other buyer, and you're not obligated to pay them. The only thing the seller must pay is the WDO or termite inspection and the realtor's commission, which is typical in a real estate transaction anyway. So there's very little difference in a VA buyer and any other buyer when it comes to how much closing costs a seller will pay out, and most of it is negotiable. So let's recap. If you want to tap into the VA home buyer's market, what homes are best? Well, first of all, the VA won't lend money for vacant raw land, so you can't buy a lot and put a mobile home on it. But if you're interested in new construction, Those are a great option, and you won't have anything to worry about with a brand new home. No fixer-uppers. The VA does not like to lend money for homes that need a lot of work. Cosmetic issues are totally fine. Like if the fixtures are outdated, or it's full of old shag carpet, or needs some new paint, well, that's perfectly fine. Just remember, if it's not livable, it's not loanable. Homes that are between 5 to 10 years are great resale options. There is usually very little that might need to be addressed with a newer home. So if your home is 10 years old or less, you're perfectly primed to grab VA home buyers. And in this community, that's a huge market. Every year we have tons of PCSing military members move into this area. So if you're wanting to find a great buyer for your home, the VA home buyer is a great market to tap into. As far as paying out more money in closing costs, that's definitely not true anymore, especially in this hot seller's market. More and more VA buyers are preparing to bring their own closing costs to the table to ensure their offer is accepted over other buyers. Most of their costs are negotiable between the buyer and the seller. Also, if you're worried about the length of time to close on a VA loan, you can expect to close between 30 to 45 days and sometimes even less. These days, it's really no different than any other type of loan. The bottom line is this: if you're wanting to sell your home for the most amount of money in the least amount of time, VA home buyers are a wonderful resource. We have 3 military bases in our area, and the VA market for home buying is booming. And they're a constant source for new buyers since they rarely stay in one base for more than a few years. So you might want to consider this resource to find the best buyer for your home. If you're a VA home buyer and want to get a little more insight into the VA home buying process, you can grab your free copy of my VA Home Buyer's Guide. Just click the link down in the description underneath this video. I really hope you enjoyed this video and got a little something out of it today. If you did, be sure to give me a thumbs up. And if you have more questions about selling your home to VA home buyers, be sure to drop those questions in the comments below as well. Thank you so much for watching my video. Again, my name is Jody Cordell. I am the Savvy Agent here at Spence Properties in Crestview, Florida, and I will see you on the next video.